I hate gift giving and receiving.
Receiving gifts is so weird. What do you say? Thank you?
This is Coffee Convos with Kail Lowry and Lindsie Chrisley.
I really want you to be in your feels, Kail.
That does not interest me whatsoever.
I feel very attacked by you.
A spirited discussion about motherhood, friendship, family, and life in the public eye.
I'm just not with the fakery anymore.
There's a fakery bakery around here.
Here's Kail and Lindsie.
This is Kail Lowry reporting live from Coffee Convos podcast. Lindsie, where are you?
This is Lindsie Chrisley reporting live from Coffee Convos podcast as well. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm a little congested. My throat is scratchy. I think this weather change is really just fucking me up.
Oh, sorry. I was listening to Remy Boys. I apologize.
You were doing what?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was it?
This. Is that our vibes right now?
That's our, yeah, for sure.
God bless us. God bless us. How are you doing, Kaylin? Like, I feel like I have talked to you, but like not talked to you.
I'm okay. I had a really chaotic weekend and I'm just so tired and the weather is just so shitty here. But Creed had like a little cute Halloween parade at school today and it was so cute and he was so happy. So I got some pictures and it was super cute. And then I came to the office to record with you.
Can I ask you a question about Halloween?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to get so sick of me talking about Halloween because I also talked about it on Southern Tea about just like how much I freaking hate it. I absolutely loved Creed's costume and I love when kids are like under 5 years old and have like the cutest little costumes and it just like doesn't feel like it's scary and it just feels like they're just having a good time and enjoying the vibes. Do you let your kids dress up in scary things?
I don't typically do Halloween stuff with my kids, so I don't really have a say. I give them to their dads.
But didn't you guys used to at one point?
Yeah.
I feel like I made up or possibly didn't, but didn't y'all like used to trick or treat together?
We did at one point, and they were not scary things. Javi
remember that time? Remember that time that you lost your shit when Javi let Lincoln dress up as Pennywise?
That's what I was gonna say. Is that Javi loves to do like scary stuff, and so does Lincoln. I think Isaac's kind of over it, but Lux, we went to the costume store yesterday because I completely just like didn't remember about the Halloween parade. So we went to the costume store and Lux picked out a Flash costume and then Creed picked out Iron Man. So they just like naturally grab it. Yeah. But then cute. When I asked Lux, like if I was like, is your dad going to take you trick-or-treating? And he was like, I'm going to be Michael Myers. And I was like, oh my God. Like, but I don't know if I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not sure.
We don't love that. We do love what did you say? Flash and Iron Man?
Yes.
Like I'm big on like the superheroes, princesses, like all of that. But once they
on a show,
yes. Once they phase out of that phase, I'm like, okay, just get with it. Like no one needs to be looking spooky. I don't like it. Don't show up at my door also. And also don't freak me out if you're walking in the streets. And I do want to say that I feel like you're either one or the other. You're either like a major Halloween person or you don't care about it at all. And also you're either like the type that likes going into haunted houses and doing spooky shit and like watching spooky movies, or you don't.
See, I can get behind like a scary movie once in a while, but I just don't like, I don't know. I just don't love holidays. I just don't.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I think that there's like more to why you don't love holidays because it's just always like been an issue with you with not having parents, I'm sure. And so I'm sure that has a little bit to do with it, but holidays are kind of exhausting, to be honest.
They are. They're very exhausting. And like, I'm not fighting with these people over some fucking candy. I'll go buy my kids some candy at the goddamn store.
Will actually said that he was taking Jackson to the store to pick out candy and they were doing movie at home and like not going trick or treat. But I am taking Jackson. I'm talking all this shit. I'm a hypocrite. I'm talking all this shit about how I'm not doing Halloween yet. Will's not taking him trick or treating and they're sitting inside and movie watching. And I'm taking Jackson to the trunk or treat at the church. But I also feel like that's very different because it's not like spooky. It's just like kind of like fall festival. Like they just have like snacks and like funnel cakes.
We did Halloween makeup on Sunday at the house. Like we did my fourth annual Halloween makeup, and the kids wanted to do that. So I felt like that was like a cute little Halloween thing with me and the kids. And then Creed had his little Halloween parade. So like we do little things like that, but I'm not going trick-or-treating. I mean, if they had like a trunk or treat or something at the school or at like nearby, we would maybe do that. But I don't. Yeah, no. I mean, I kind of like Will's vibe for Halloween.
Same. I'm really getting along with Will these days.
Okay.
Yeah, we had like a big conversation, and don't want to go into the details of the conversation because it's like kind of private, but yeah, I think we're just like in a really good place, and the toxicity seems to be behind us.
Yeah.
And it just feels good. It's like a breath of fresh air. But I do think that when you go through a divorce or you've been with someone for so long that you kind of have to go through the toxic shit and then just like get it over with. Wish I would have done a couple of things different, but at the same time, I don't know if I would be at the place that I'm at now with the situation if all those other things didn't happen.
Right. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, evidently. I actually cried last night because I was
why?
Yes, because of just the bullshit the text messages, the emails. Like, I will admit 100,000% that I have contributed to baby daddy issues and things like that in my lifetime. I absolutely have. But Lindsie, when I tell you that I don't respond to emails and texts and things, I just don't give them the time of day. But two of the dads specifically are still nitpicking. It's just, it's exhausting.
I know who they are. I'm not going to call them out, but I know them.
It's exhausting. And I just feel like at what point do we get past this? Like at what point do we move forward?
I don't know what the answer to that is, Kail, because I think that you just have a lot going on. Yesterday, I had to drop something off for Jackson, and I don't know if you ever deal with this, but it's like regular for Will and I. It's like Jackson wants something from here or he wants something from there, and he never remembers like to put it in his go-between bag. Mm-hmm. And so Will's constantly like driving over here and slinging NBA 2K at the door. And I'm constantly driving over there, like giving him something. The text I got yesterday.
Do you text before you're on your way?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, at this point, I'm just like, I don't care what you see at my house because I don't have anything to hide, right? Like you see someone over here, like it's not that big of a deal. When we first divorced, I was like, let's text each other. Like, I don't want to pull up and like someone be there. I think that Will and I are both like in the same place, step in the same direction of like, you do your thing, I do my thing. I'm going to trust that you're going to do the right thing by Jackson. He's going to trust that I'm doing the right thing by Jackson. I'm not going to bitch. Just don't give me anything to bitch about.
Right.
And move on. But I think some of that's going on with your situation probably has to do with just like back and forth situations over a period of time. And so, yeah, yesterday I got this text from Will. Tomorrow is hat day and he is requesting a stitch hat that he has at your house. 3 question marks. Yes, I can drop it off on my way to walk this evening. He is also going to wear his stitch thing to school on Wednesday.
The three question marks was a nice touch.
That's fine. Like, thank you so much for letting me know all the details that I'm going to pick my child up and he's going to be in Stitch costume. Also, why do our kids think that we just like run around for them and like we're a taxi and we're Fetcher and
we're Amazon? Didn't you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who told them that?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know, but I actually am tired of it myself because all my baby dads live now. They just don't live close to each other. And so now it's like Joe is from my house. He's about 25 minutes maybe like 20 minute, 25. Javi is about 20. And then Chris is obviously an hour. So it now is a pain in the ass to go drive something to somebody, you know?
That's so much. That's three directions too many, sister.
That's why I was crying last night. I wasn't even crying because of what was said to me. I was more so crying because I'm like, I did this to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really fucking did this to myself, and I didn't learn my fucking lesson, not once, not twice, but fucking 3 times. Like, and I was just like, why did I let this, like, how did I get here? You know? And, so I was really just mad at myself, and then I sucked it up and I was fine, but it's exhausting. We're taxi chauffeurs, we're chefs, we're everything. And I'm just
therapists, doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All the things. If my child literally comes home with another note that, he sneezed and went to the school nurse because he thinks he's coming home, I'm not sure what's going to specifically happen, but I think Will is like fed up with that shit. I always go up to the school and pick him up. And Will's like, why are you picking him up? Because he's sneezing up at the school. Like, because I guess I'm a doctor now. And like, I need to go and pick him up and nurse him back to health, which he's not even sick. So
well, that was Lux the other day at a freaking physical appointment. I was like, well, I'm glad we're here because I think he might have a sinus infection because under his eyes was sore.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, I actually don't. He has allergies. You know, he's allergic to grass, pollen, whatever. So I'm like, okay. Lux looks at the doctor and goes, so I have to go to school? And she was
dead.
Like, yes. So she literally wrote a note saying non-contagious allergies because I was like, I'm not going to get a call from the school in 20 minutes to come pick him up when I just, you know what I mean? So, and Lincoln will do the same thing. He's got allergies, you know, he's got his EpiPen now and he'll be like, I have a cough. I can't go.
If Jackson goes to the school nurse one more time, like they're probably going to move the nurse's office so that one, he can't find it.
Right.
But like 2, it's so funny because he does not call home. Like he doesn't have the nurse call home when he knows he's with Will. But like on the days that he's at my house, call home every time.
All right, let's get paint that we can feel good about. You guys know that I just built a house and I haven't even been in there for a year yet. We're still trying to figure out paint colors that we want to do for like the common spaces. And Claire is a new online paint brand that makes paint shopping way more simple than it has ever been. So Claire takes the hassle out of paint shopping with a streamlined selection of designer curated colors. They're mess-free peel and stick paint swatches, which is really nice so that you don't have to actually paint your wall.
Oh my God, yes.
And even though my kids probably would have had a good time with that, it's better for me as the mom. And, you know, I run the household. Let's just stick it on the wall and then peel it off when we're done. We all want to create a beautiful home that reflects our personality, our style. And paint is the easiest and least expensive ways to totally transform your home.
Actually, I am getting ready to get some swatches because I am going to finish putting my guest room together. And so I'm going to do an accent wall in there. And so I will make sure that I post what that looks like. But I absolutely love everything that this brand is about. And like Kail said, paint is so easy to just change the entire look of your home. You don't realize it, but it does make everything just look so much better.
If you guys want to try this, go to claire.com/coffeeconvos for 10% off your order. That's claire.com/coffeeconvos for 10% off. And that's Claire, CLARE.com/coffeeconvos for 10% off.
Hey y'all, it's Savannah Chrisley, and I've got a new podcast titled Unlocked. We're creating a space for people to truly be vulnerable. You're used to seeing me having to have this picture-perfect bow on the life that I live, and frankly, that's not who I am. I'm a little wild, I'm a little crazy, and I love really, really hard. I really hope that you'll join me every Tuesday as I bring on friends, family, and some guests that I'm pretty sure you're going to recognize. Listen and follow Unlocked now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app.
Specifically, Kristen, where are you?
Can they even hear her? Is she on producer mode?
I'm present.
There she is.
I'm in host mode.
Can you tell me about the attack that you launched against Kail and I on Facebook?
Which one?
What?
The Facebook group, specifically, the fan page.
What?
Which attack?
So
do I need to go look? I think I missed this.
So I am just like scrolling through there and I see where someone has put a meme up there and the meme says, me as a lawyer. Now, why the fuck would my clients do that? Shady ass Kristen is in the comments and she's like, that is me with my clients in general.
Wait, what? I'm missing something.
Kail's concerned she didn't see it.
Yeah.
Wait, where do I find this?
It's like far down on the Facebook group. So like you're not going to be able to see it, but it's just a meme and it says me as a lawyer. And then it says, now, why the fuck would my clients do that? And Kristen all up in the comments, like the only thing you can see is Kristen's comment, like as I'm scrolling. And it says, that is me with my clients in general. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like
you actually asked me if I forget what you said to me, and I was like, immediately,
are you talking
yes.
shit about us?
I'm trying to find it.
Hold on. I'm going to see if I can pull it.
Kail, do you feel offended by this?
Listen,
I don't
you're
even
calling
understand.
yourself out. Hold on, Kail. I found it. I'm going to tag you right now.
Kristen, do you regularly have this thought when dealing with Kail and myself daily?
Yeah.
Lawyer. Now, why the fuck would my client do that?
For sure. I mean, yes. I ask myself that. I say what the fuck a lot. This is why I get dysport, because I always have my what the fuck face, which is raising my eyebrows to the point where I had a lot of like accordion style wrinkles going on, and I'm too young
Shut
for
the
that.
fuck up with your accordion style wrinkles.
Wait,
shut up.
So can you tell me, are you having more of these thoughts when you're dealing with me or with Kail, or does it depend on the day?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
1000%. And then like obviously there's other times. My favorite is when like something's going on with one of you and then Corey comes in with his shit and I'm just like, listen,
I'm tapped out.
I only have room for like one person's shit right now and it's not going to be yours.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? Like okay. Yeah, no, I just wanted to find out what was exactly going on there, Kristen.
It was, it was, pure honesty, all out of love. And I didn't specifically name anyone, so,
Oh, no, we know.
Can I tell you guys what happened to me so far today? I went through a drive-thru without my wallet today.
Ooh, I've done that. It sucks. It sucks really bad. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I got to the window and I was like, I forgot my wallet. And then also there was something else that happened. Kristen, what was it?
That happened today?
Might have been yesterday.
Kail, you don't even know what day it is. Like, I'm concerned, but this has happened to me many times before. And it's like a conundrum, right? Because you realize you've ordered the stuff and they've probably already made it by the time you get to the window and you don't have the money. So I remembered. Like anxiety starts setting in and you're like, okay, I'm going to tell them that like, I'll be right back because I don't want
come right back. I went to McDonald's instead.
Oh, okay.
I remember the other thing I did. So I finished getting all the stuff for all the kids' rooms upstairs. And Natalie was like, I washed Lincoln's new bedding because I like to wash it when it comes out of the package. Tell me why I ordered a freaking twin-sized comforter and we washed it before we realized what size it is. So now we can't return it because it's been washed. And I got it from Pottery Barn Teen, and it was a collab with Kimora Lee Simmons' son. So you know how you add, first of all, Pottery Barn is not cheap. And then on top of it, it was a collab with them. So then they what is it called? Like, mark it up. They mark it up. The freaking thing, I'm not going to say how much it was, but it was very expensive, and I can't do anything about it because we washed it already.
Bless.
Yep.
That's a worse feeling. I'm sorry, Kail.
That's okay.
Are you okay? Are you going to make it?
I mean, I'm going to make it. It'll be fine.
Speaking of rooms, I saw that you tweeted, this was probably like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, but you tweeted, just out of curiosity, parents of teens and preteens, do y'all go in your kids' room? Why or why not?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it on the podcast and we just didn't get a chance. I wanted to know mainly for Isaac, because Isaac and Lincoln, their personalities are so different. Like I I just don't have to check on Lincoln the same way I have to check on Isaac. And so I was just curious. Like, I do try to honor, you know, his privacy and things like that. So I'll knock and stuff. But I do have expectations for, you know, vacuuming and cleaning up his room. I don't make him do it every day, but I do make him do it before he goes to his dad's. I make him vacuum, take out the trash. And sometimes I'll go in there to like clean up water bottles and stuff and just like, but I don't like snoop. I don't go through his stuff.
So I'm not a big snooper of anything either, but Jackson's only 9 years old, so I can't really like comment too much on it. Like maybe I'll be snooping whenever he's older. But I feel like unless they're giving you a reason that you feel like you need to snoop, then like maybe it's just like not a good idea because then they're going to feel violated. I don't know. I don't like messiness, and like I like being clean, and I like all the things to be cleaned and dusted and vacuumed and trash taken out. So I think as long as they have habits to be able to do that and to clean up and they're not causing an issue, then maybe you should just like let it be. But then I say that, and we also have an open door policy at my house. So
like open door, he can't close it at all, or it just can't be locked.
We don't close doors in my house.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a weird, I don't know why I mean, ever started that.
I don't care. Especially because you only have one child. Like I do allow doors closed because there's 4 kids and the little ones do tend to annoy the older ones and go touch all their shit. And especially Isaac does get upset about it because he's very particular in where his things are, how they're set up. He's very much like everything has a place. So when Creed or Lux come in and touch things, like he gets upset. So I do allow him to close the door. I do not allow any of the kids to lock them.
First of all, locked doors terrify me. And I kind of grew up in a house where I didn't feel like I needed to close the door because no one was, I mean, we didn't really have boundaries growing up. I talked about that on the crossover. We were all in everybody's business.
All the time.
And so there was really no reason to close the door because that wasn't going to stop someone from being in your business. So I hate closed doors in houses. Like, I don't know why. I don't like locked doors for like bedrooms. Even when Will and I were married, Will would sometimes try to go and like close the door and lock it so Jackson didn't just like bust in the room. And it would give me anxiety that the door was locked. Like that's all I could think of is like, why is the door locked? So I don't know. I just really don't like it.
I don't love locked doors. It's just not my thing. I don't lock my bedroom door either. I don't even lock the bathroom if I'm in the shower because I just never know. Like if my kids need me or something, I can't. Now, if I'm taking a shit, that's a different story.
Yeah. Actually, do you take a shit like in front of people?
No. I mean, my kids they bust in on me all the time. That's why I started locking the door.
Do you pee with the door open?
Yes.
Do you pee with the door open with a partner?
Yes. I pee with the door open in front of Kristen, in front of Natalie, in front of Bone.
You peed in front of me.
Oh, I'm sure I have. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, you've never shit in front of me outside of the time that you had that diarrhea thing going on. But like,
wait, I have to tell you something.
What?
Yesterday, I'm not telling the full story, but I'm going to
tell it.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because literally, I'll tell it in a couple weeks, like the full story, but I'll give you the gist of it right now. And then just remind me in like 2 weeks because I'm just not prepared to like admit. I just need time to process it myself.
Okay.
So there was an accident in my car yesterday. Nobody shit their pants. Nobody shit on the seat, nothing like that. But there was a shit smell in my car and in the pickup line to go get Lux. So my friend Emily texts me and she's like, hey, I'm at the doctor with one of my kids. Can you grab Nash, which is her son that's in Lux's class? And they're like little besties. They call each other cousins, whatever. It's so cute. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. So when the boys are getting in the car, I said, you know, the baby had an accident in the car seat, like a major blowout. And it smells like poop in here. So just be ready. And they were like, okay, well, tell me why Lux sits in the back seat and starts throwing up because of the smell. And I know when the teacher opened that back seat to like let the kids in, like I know for a fact that smell probably smacked her in the face.
Wait, that is, first of all, just traumatizing. Like if someone opened my car door and they smelled stewing shit, oh, I would be mortified. Also pissed at myself and pissed at whoever shit. Did you realize that like there was shit residue on the car seat?
I did not.
Okay, so this was just like a literal stewing shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you also had to clean up the car seat and the throw up.
I had a empty Starbucks bag back there. So when Lux started, like, I knew he was going to throw up. I'm like, here's the bag, like throw up in the bag. Why was my son holding the bag and throwing up on the floor?
No, ma'am.
So thankfully I have like the rubber mats over my regular mats. So literally Elijah just took them out of my car because I don't even know where he was when I called him and I was like, I need help. Like, can you please help me?
It's the same. It's literally, Kail, the same concept. If you've ever been into just like a grungy bar and you go in there and the floor just looks like someone has thrown up all over it. And it's like the toilet's right there. It's like that same concept. Like what exactly were you doing that you couldn't like aim here?
And he's like, Mom, it's in my hair. And then Nash he's not even sick because he's not throwing up because he's sick. He's throwing up because of the smell. And Nash is in the back seat laughing. And he's like, my mom's car smells too. It's fine. I'm like, Nash, no, it doesn't smell like this. I promise you it doesn't smell like this.
Then we become very alarmed for Nash immediately because we're like, okay, well, what's going on in your mom's car?
And Nash is just talking to me like it was so funny because he was just talking to us like everything was like he was not fazed. Yeah, he was not fazed at all.
Can you also explain to me why when you become a mother, does your car literally look like a dumpster fire? Because
why does that happen?
I don't know. Like it could be so clean and then you turn around the next day and there's just stuff everywhere. Like it looks like it needs to be evacuated.
My car always looks like a bomb went off in it. And I'm just like, yes. I feel bad for the teachers that walk my kids to the car because they never know what they're going to see.
You're that mom in carpool where like the teacher opens the door and shit just like flies out.
Please, for the love of God. Upside is an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out, which is me and pretty much all of America. So with Upside, I don't have to cut back as much because I get cash back on every purchase. And you guys know I drive a Suburban, so I need to find the best deals, especially on fuel when I'm carting 4 boys around everywhere I go. This is a great app. I love it. You need to download it.
I can tell you that Suburban Dad uses this app more than any person that I know. He is literally always on there. I would venture to say it's probably like the most used app on his phone. Absolutely loves it. And who doesn't like saving money? So if you guys want to get started, you can download the free Upside app and use our promo code Coffee Combos to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. And then you're going to be able to claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. You check in at the business, you just pay as usual with a credit or debit card and get paid. It's super simple. And in comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside, and Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. That's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store. So you guys can download the free Upside app and use promo code Coffee Combos to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using promo code Coffee Combos. I have to talk to you about this because I have been following it on TikTok. I've been following it pretty much everywhere. My Google searches are all about this. The Travis Scott, Kylie Jenner, and I don't know how to say that girl's name.
Sweet Row.
Is that it? Sweet Row?
Yeah, young Sweet Row.
What do you think? Have you been following any of it?
So yes, I have been following it. It's consumed my entire feed, and normally I just like wouldn't even pay attention to it. But the first thing I saw was her video saying like, "You're gonna act like you don't know me. and you weren't with me. And so like that was the first video that I saw about the whole thing. And I was like, this bitch just wants clout. And I was so annoyed for Kylie because I was just like, why do people always, and like leave the Kardashian-Jenners alone. And then as I am scrolling on TikTok, every single person I follow and on my For You page is reporting on this. So I see everything and the evidence and the sneakers and the pinky rings and the dates with the March Winter Wonderland shit and Kylie this and Sweet Row that. And he's been cheating on her.
So what I found through the research that I've done, and don't know how much is true or not true, but it has been said that Travis has been linked to, what did you say her name was? Sweet Row?
Yeah, Young Sweet Row.
Young Sweet Row since 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to post pictures of each other on Instagram. So it was just always, I guess, assumed that they were in a relationship. And then that went on for like a period of time. And then Travis met Kylie in 2017. But everything that I have seen that seems most consistent is that he was with the other girl prior to
even meeting Kylie.
I've got a lot to say about it, but I want to get through like the details that I found. And then I'm going to tell you like all my thoughts. So he meets Kylie in 2017. Let's just go with this other girl was his girlfriend and he cheated on her with Kylie.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who don't know who Young Sweet Row is, she is a 26-year-old influencer. She posted pics of herself on her birthday trip, out skiing, and Travis was allegedly there. He posted pics out skiing at the same day on Instagram. And that was in 2018, shortly after Stormy was born.
They posted pictures. Sorry, I'm peeing. They posted.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They posted pictures one day apart in the same like winter area.
Yeah, which is, you know, when we talk about like hard launches or just like shady, cryptic stuff that just happens on social media, to me, like this is playing with fire because you were probably doing something that you weren't supposed to be doing. I would venture out to say that Kylie has known about this girl for a long time. Like women know everything. So you're not going to hide something like that it's just like not going to be undercover. But
could she have been under the impression that this was an ex?
Don't you think it's a little weird with as known as the Kardashians are and their Instagram presence that you would be so ballsy to go out on Instagram and post pictures of yourself skiing knowing that Young Sweet Row also did, like in the same place?
Well, so Kylie and Young Sweet Row were going back and forth on some of their pictures. There was like one picture that said, tell your baby dad I said thanks. And then on one of the other ones, Kylie like responded in your dreams. And then Young Sweet Row gets like layers and bangs. Bangs have always been her thing. Then the next week or whatever, Kylie posted with layers and bangs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then there's Travis Scott lyrics where he's allegedly talking about Young Sweet Row, and he says on the line like something about booger sugar, like she likes the booger sugar, blah 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 blah. But she knows that my baby mom is a trophy.
I have so many things to unpack here. They were also seen at a Halloween party, and she also accused him of being with her on Valentine's Day. And there were TikToks about that. Don't know if it's true. Don't know if it's, not true. But then in 2019, they split because Kylie accused Travis of cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's been said that he had been cheating with Young Sweet Row. Allegedly, they've crossed paths again with her appearing to have posted pics of him recently and claiming that she was uninvited and never met, like he claims that he's never met her in his life. And so to me, I'm like, okay, if you're going to lie about something, first of all, that's not even a believable lie. So to say, like, it really gets me that he says that he doesn't know this girl. That seems guilty.
That pisses me off too, because clearly she has to have videos and pictures and gifts and text messages. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
And no one's crazy. I mean, I'm sure there are crazy enough people, but like the TikToks of her posting photos with his shoes on the floor and, you know, he's seen wearing those shoes, like, to me, it's all just super messy. And this is totally an unnecessary love triangle, because it's like, okay, well, if it was so great, why didn't you just stay with her?
I think that, well, can I also add something really quick? I need to add that, like, what is with Kanye and Travis being with girls that look just like their own? Like, Chaney Jones resembles Kim, and then Young Sweet Roe resembles Kylie. Yeah, and why are you even, maybe because of the clout with Kylie and how much that could potentially have helped his sales? Like, Young Sweet Roe couldn't have done that for him.
Let's just say that Kylie's a G because she stood by him through that whole Astro World thing. Like, if all of this stuff was going on behind the scenes and these are the things that he's been doing, it also was alleged that, like, maybe they have an open relationship. I don't believe that. I don't believe they have an open relationship. I believe this specifically is cheating. And I believe that he has 2 kids with Kylie, and she very much is a benefit or an asset to him.
It's almost like a business transaction.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Yeah.
On his end, but maybe she doesn't, I don't want to speak for Kylie, but that's, I mean, because why else? Do you believe someone can love 2 people, like genuinely love 2 people?
At the same time?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't believe that you can love 2 people at the same time. I believe that if you feel like you might love 2 people at the same time, you don't need to be with either person, because inevitably someone gets hurt and it's not him, because he is the one out here just running the streets, being a fuckboy, like, has a woman home with his 2 kids, couldn't ask for more. But then that, you know, we don't know Kylie personally. So, you know, maybe there's something that he's looking for that she doesn't have. But at the same time, if that's the case, why not just leave the situation?
Because I think once you have feelings so far invested, there is, like,
I can look at this situation because I have no personal emotional investment. I'm looking at the situation very differently than someone who's in the situation, right? Like, this Young Sweet Roe could be very much in love with him. It was also said that she was doing it for clout and that she's also done this to Drake. I don't know. Maybe Travis is unsatisfied in the one relationship and, you know, still holding on to what he knows he can, like, for sure have. I don't know. I don't understand the mindset behind it. It's not something that I would do. And also, I just think that it's so messy. I would venture out to say I could probably deal with a scandal situation better if it was with someone that was, like, not from the past.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
what if it was just, like, this random, I'm not excusing cheating whatsoever. So before anybody says
like
that.
You're saying, like, for, like, Young Sweet Roe and for Kylie, it would have been, it made you feel better had it not been Young Sweet Roe because they had a past before he met Kylie. Yeah, same, because you can't ever replace the history that they've had. You can never replace, you can never go back in time, like, 100%.
And I guess, you know, it opens up the argument of, you know, okay, he cheated on Young Sweet Roe allegedly with Kylie, and then is now cheating on Kylie with her. Then it opens the question of who's the side chick and who's the main chick.
I think they just go back and forth.
I think that those are interchangeable. And that sucks because he's laid down and had 2 kids with one of them. So in my opinion, the loyalty should lie there.
Right. I agree.
It's messy. It's messy. So messy. Hoes can't be trusted. And I just think that when people are doing stuff like this, they're very lost. Something else is emotionally and mentally going on to make them make decisions like this. It's reckless.
I saw a TikTok that said like only insecure people like the thrill of the chase and the back and forth.
It's a very insecure thing because they're getting that high of like, oh, I'm wanted. Like I'm going to chase this and this person's going to give in to me and they want me. And it's like it's a constant high. I feel like I couldn't imagine like doing that because I just wouldn't care enough. Like if I've left a situation, I'm not going to go back and revisit that situation while I'm actively in a relationship.
Right. Yeah.
Now, would it be applicable if, you've broken up? Like, let's say, hypothetically, use them as an example. Travis and Kylie break up and they're just co-parenting. Then he's dating this other girl or, re-seeing her, whatever you want to call it. I think that's okay if he's doing that on his own time, dime, and not involving Kylie in that. But at the point that you're doing it, like being, she's your, what do they call it? Sneaky link.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
I just hate the sneaky link thing. Like we're too old for this shit.
I am 33 years old and I can tell you right now, there will be no sneaky link.
No, like why are we, I'm not doing this.
Oh, remember me telling you that I felt so weird when Will and I were still sleeping together because we were sneaking around behind Jackson's back?
Yes. It's literally like, what the fuck are we, like, we're not doing this. We're not fucking doing this.
And it's like, okay, why are we hiding this? Like we were literally married for almost 10 years, together 12 years. And we're just like high schoolers, like driving over each other's house.
Because we've talked so much shit. And they've talked so much shit that people, now that we've like expanded that to other people, now we have to hide it because people will look at us like we're freaking idiots. And that's our biggest mistake, is that we just all open our fucking mouths.
Like, why can't we just all shut up?
Yeah. Like I have a friend who, she really does a good fucking job. Like she has one friend that she talks to her about her relationship problems. And that's it. She doesn't repeat them again to anybody else.
See, that's real good. That's real good.
That's real good.
See, I don't want to involve anybody in my stuff. But sometimes you feel like you need a listening ear, or you go to a friend that that they've been there. And so it's like, okay, I'm going to divulge this information to them because I can relate to them on that level. And maybe they can give me some guidance or steer me in the right direction so that I don't do the same stupid things that they did. But what I find is 9 times out of 10, when you go to the friend who has been through that, you also have the same mindset of it's just going to be toxic until it's not.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. All right, you guys. I never get tired of a whodunit game. And I love June's journey. I know Lindsie has been playing as well. So you play as a character, June Parker. She's an amateur detective on a quest to solve the murder of her sister and uncover her family's many secrets. And I don't know about you guys, but I kind of put myself in the character's eyes, and I feel like I'm
invested.
Yeah, like fully
invested.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like I'm solving or uncovering all types of things from my own family. So you guys are going to get really invested in this if you download it. This is something that I like to play regularly, and I love a good mystery.
Same. You'll never shake me of that. I love it. So you can sit back, relax, and let your inner Sherlock escape to the glamorous roaring 20s. And the game will really make you think. So I don't know about you guys, but I need to work on my memory. And this definitely will help. I can't put it down sometimes. So when I'm in the car pickup line, it's perfect for there. And there's 30 million downloads of this game. So definitely check this out. Find your inner detective. Download June's Journey today. It's available on Android and iOS mobile devices, as well as PC through Facebook Games.
Can you tell me if you have been using your Vegamore products?
Yes, and actually got a new package yesterday. Absolutely love all their products.
I know you're a big one on packaging, and not that it matters. The product is phenomenal, but I love their packaging as well. And if you are anything like me and you curl, straighten your hair, use hairspray, bleach your hair, this is a great product for you. Sometimes it is a bit of a struggle to feel like once your hair like starts getting longer, I feel like it just feels thinner for whatever reason. And I have been using Vegamore for probably 6 to 8 months at this point and absolutely love it. I do feel like it has transformed my hair in so many ways, and they have a holistic approach to hair health. They use smart botanicals, and that promotes visibly thicker, fuller, and longer hair. And have you noticed any of that, Kail?
Yes, I have. I actually love their scalp detoxifying serum. I took a picture of it from my box yesterday and sent it to Kristen. And I do have the Vegamore Grow, which is like hair foam. I love that too. I sent that to Kristen and I was like, you need to get these two products. They're probably my two favorite out of the whole line, but I do have the whole line.
I love that the products work and they don't use harmful chemicals and they're cruelty-free, never contain parabens or hormones, which is something that is important to me. I think I talked about it a couple of years ago that I was going to try to like start weeding out stuff that just had unnecessary ingredients. And so I love their stuff.
And we think that you'll love their stuff as well. So you guys should check out Vegamore. Don't let damage of the past hold your hair back. See your hair's full potential with Vegamore. Go to vegamore.com/coffeecombos and use code coffeecombos to save 20% off your first order. That's vegamore.com/coffeecombos. Code coffeecombos to save 20% at vegamore.com/coffeecombos.
I want to say I found this on the Facebook group. This is completely unrelated, but it said, it's like a question. Have y'all ever gotten suspicious that your partner was being shady, even though they're a saint and you're just traumatized human? So you go through their text and find that you've ruined a complete surprise and now you just hate yourself.
That's never happened to me.
That's never happened to me. Chances are if I've gone through something, it's because I was suspicious for a reason and my instinct was correct.
Well, people in my life know that I hate surprises. Like I hate them.
Same.
They're not fun for me. They're not exciting. Don't do them. Don't think that you're going to do it and it's going to be a fun time. It's just not. I don't like them. So nobody around me better be acting suspicious because they're planning a surprise for me because I'm not going to be nice about it.
And also, if you're acting suspicious and I'm already suspect, no, like the surprise is just not going to be fun. Like I have ruined the surprise without even knowing what the surprise is because I'm pissed off that you're being suspect. Mm-hmm. So no, this is actually never happened to me. If I have thought a partner was being shady, it's because they actually were. And yes, I do think that I'm a traumatized human as well. But at the same time, I think gut instinct doesn't lie.
Facts.
Like trust your gut.
Facts.
I saw this and I just need to get your thoughts. It says, stop asking my 12-year-old if he has a girlfriend. He's 12. He's a child who likes comic books and screaming outside for no reason. Relationships are not for children. And also stop telling kids, you're so cute, handsome, beautiful. I bet all the boys or girls will be trying to date you. How about you're so kind? You have such a great sense of humor. If you want a society that goes more than skin deep, you have to change the language and the culture starting at home.
That's true.
Although I'm so guilty of saying all of these things.
I mean, I don't really talk about having a girlfriend if somebody else brings it up. But people ask like my kids all the time and I do get a little annoyed.
I can say my dad asks Jackson this literally every time they FaceTime. He's like, you're just so cute and you have the most beautiful eyes and you're so handsome and I just love you so much. And then that question is followed up with, how many girlfriends you got? 5?
I hate that. I fucking hate
Dad,
it.
Like, so we were FaceTiming the other night and I said, you can tell your papa that I said, we don't do girlfriends in this house right now. We are focused. And Jackson let him know, like, we're focused on sports, school, church, and family. Like, that's it. We're not focused on girls.
Don't worry about a girlfriend. You're 12. No.
We got a lifetime to focus on girls. And I can tell you that, you know, Suzanne in 3rd grade is probably not going to be your wife.
Not Suzanne. If she's named Suzanne in 3rd grade, we need to talk to her parents.
Isn't that so funny when you hear kids' names that like sound like so old school?
Yeah. And
do you get alarmed by it? I do.
Because old school names are coming back, which is so funny to me.
It's like, can you imagine if you were just like a teacher and you were going down through a roster and you get to like Frank or like Fred?
Craig.
Isn't Craig the male version name of Karen?
What? Well, I thought
like
it was
you're a
Kevin.
Craig.
You're a Kevin.
Oh, you're a Kevin?
I don't know. You're a...
Somebody tell us. Like, are you a Kevin or are you a Craig? Like, I feel like it's a Craig. Like,
call Craig.
Oh, I know a couple on my phone.
Call Craig. I don't know. I only know one. It's my childhood.
No,
one of
I don't know an actual Craig. I know men who act like Craigs.
Oh, yeah. Same. So much same.
Like, my God. No, literally, I gave Jackson, I like presidential names for boys. And just like, what do they call them? Traditional, like more traditional style names. I know that you're like with the shit and like you like the...
I mean, Isaac and Lincoln are pretty traditional.
Lincoln, I'll give you that.
President
Isaac.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Really, Kail? I would have never thought of it.
Okay.
But Creed and Lux are not traditional names.
They're like more modern.
Yeah, they're modern names.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a modern namer or a non-modern namer? I feel like if I had another child, I already have my names.
Are they modern or are they traditional?
They're modern and they're Southern.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not telling you. Just like you never will tell anybody your girl name.
No, I'll never, because I'll never have a girl. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get a surrogate. God, Kristen's listening like, no, the fuck you won't.
No, the fuck you won't. No, the fuck you won't. We actually had a long write-up on Coffee Convo's podcast fans Facebook page. And I wanted to read it because I think that maybe whoever wrote this maybe interpreted what we were saying incorrectly. And so I just want to clear it up. She says, "Hi, I just wanted to comment respectfully on the inmate portion of the last episode. Please be kind when discussing women in prison relationships. I'm married to someone who is incarcerated. Am I crazy? Yes, batshit. But that's aside from being married to someone in prison. I don't know if anyone else is a prison wife or in a relationship with someone incarcerated, but we are some of the most mentally strong and resilient women I've ever encountered. Do have some mental problems for sure, but there are women married and in a relationship with free men who are also mentally unstable.
Of course.
I'm sure some of the response narrative will be like, oh, they didn't say all women. Sure, agree. My post is just to bring solidarity to other women who are in similar situations as mine. I have a master's degree and I'm heavily involved in social work within the criminal justice system. I'm also heavily involved in working my husband's appeals case. He's 16 years in on a life sentence, but his case was granted an appeals process due to corrupt police and DA in our area. I did just want to say that I was more referencing like your situation specifically, like inmates calling you and you not knowing them.
Wait, I'm sorry, but my memory is horrible. I don't.
We were talking about last week the EMT or whatever, and then we got into the conversation about like having relationships in prison or whatever. Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember the person that was calling you?
Yeah,
you were getting
Terrence King. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. So that's what we were talking about.
So what is she? So I don't understand. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
I think she was triggered by maybe something that was said or the way that it was said. But I can say I was only referencing to your situations of you receiving letters and phone calls from inmates that you don't know. Not someone who's married to someone who's in prison or in a relationship prior to.
But so when she says that some of the response narrative will be like, oh, they didn't say all women. What is she referring to?
I'm not sure. Kristen, do you know?
I think that if I remember this correctly, there was just like a joke, like a in jest comment made, something about like guys that kill their whole families. Meaning like we don't talk to guys that kill their whole families.
Yeah. Did I say that?
I said that.
I think it was, I don't remember which one it was that said it. And then I think that there was just like maybe something was said regarding like women not being right in the head if they're, you know, dating or whatever inmates.
Oh, I'm definitely not right in the head, but I've dated an inmate.
Right. So I think that she was triggered thinking that maybe you guys were calling people like her out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but definitely
I'm very sorry.
not.
I'm very sorry. I did not. I will try my best to be more sensitive when it comes to this topic. I didn't mean to disrespect anyone who has a loved one or a partner in prison.
Same. Kail, I want to play one TikTok before we do foul play. When I saw it, I was like, okay, Kail's going to go off on this for like an hour.
I was in a relationship with someone I loved. They didn't love me back. When you feel like you've done everything to kind of fit into their world, to be what you think they want, hoping that this person will love you. And then you come to that realization, I have to love myself more than I love him.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing this TikTok, actually.
You did?
I remember yes, I saw this TikTok. I remember when it came out, and I've been there. I have been there, and you just want them to choose you. You want them to see everything that you have to offer. It's just kind of like what I was saying earlier. Like, I didn't want to be a pick-me. I hate when people say, oh, she's a pick-me. She's a pick-me. You don't know that the feelings and the conversations and the things that were shared between two people, you don't know. And even if that person is doing that with somebody else, like, you feel like you are the only one when it's with you. But to Adrian's point is like, you do have to learn to love yourself more than you love that person. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to actually get out of that situation. I
think that when you find yourself in situations like that and the love is so uneven, it's toxic, because you will never love that person, and you will never love that person enough into loving you.
You can't. It doesn't matter how much you love someone. If they do not love you, they do not love you back. Period.
It's a hard, I think unless you've been there, you will not understand. I can relate to that in some ways. I know that Will can probably relate to that in a lot of ways. The last couple of years of our marriage, I think that the love was there on his part, and I was just like not reciprocating. And so sometimes when I see stuff like that, and then know that I've then been on the receiving end of that as well, it makes me feel so bad.
I agree. I don't think it's a good feeling.
No.
It's never a good feeling because my ex was like that too. He just loved the shit out of me, and it just wasn't mutual. I just didn't feel the same way, and I felt bad about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not a good feeling, because they deserve to be loved the way that they are loving, but sometimes it's just not a match.
Well, sometimes, I don't know if you've ever felt like this, but sometimes trying to love someone, when you have to try to love them, it becomes such an exhausting job.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
it does.
At that point you realize, okay, I should not be in this, because what I'm doing is exhausting me more than it is bringing me happiness.
Yeah. And that's when you have to end it. Mm-hmm. Agreed. All right, bodyguards, lovers. I just got a new phone. I got the iPhone 14 because 14 is my favorite number. And you already know I have like 100 bodyguards cases to choose from to put on it. So you guys need bodyguards.
Listen, my phone case has been on since I literally got it in the mail, and absolutely love it. I have a ton of extras just like laying around in case I want to change my phone, but it just has like stayed so good. So I absolutely love it. And it's sleek. It's like can still fit in my pocket. Like I was out this weekend, and it was nice because I was able to still fit it like in my leggings pocket, because it's not bulky or anything like that. And it truly does protect my phone. I drop my phone all the time and never cracked.
I drop my phone regularly also, and it's never cracked. But I also just love that they have, if your screen protector breaks, Bodyguards gives you a new free replacement. And I love that.
Which is so nice.
It's so nice.
I don't know how far you guys drop your phone. Mine's various ways, but these cases are engineered to protect your phone from 10 feet or even up to 14 feet drops. And so I can tell you for a fact, these cases really do protect your phone. Also, if you guys like to, make your phone case match your outfit, which sometimes I occasionally like to do that, they have tons of new colors and style and MagSafe compatible cases to choose from, including a new case that is so crystal clear it actually looks like ice. And I have that one on order.
So go to bodyguards.com/coffee to protect your phone today. That's bodyguards with a Z at the end.com/coffee to start protecting your valuable phone today.
Okay, one more thing. I posted on Instagram like a video of like the ugliest pumpkins ever. And then I felt that it was necessary that I needed to poll you and text you and be like, does everyone else like ugly pumpkins or is it just me?
It's just you.
And you were like, Lindsie, it's just you. But
like your pumpkins have genital warts and chlamydia.
Okay, well, first of all, that's rude. I think that they're chic, and I also
they're chic.
Yeah, like I think it's like a good like they provide texture.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a more when I just see like a plain pumpkin with no issues going on, I'm just like I don't really like him. Like I don't. And then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of talking about these pumpkins like men and people and pets and like all of these things. And I think there's a psychological aspect behind it that is very relevant. That
yeah, you're mentally unstable.
No, it does not make me mentally unstable. It means that I pick things that are broken because I think that I can fix them, home them. I don't know what makes me think that.
Well, I got a text from Creed's teacher, and she sent me a picture of all these pumpkins, and she said, which one do you want for Creed? And one of them has like warts and stuff on it. And then there's some white ones. They're like all pretty cool. They're all pretty chic, as you'll say. And I would just prefer a white one. Just
like plain, like no bumps, no scuffs.
I'm going to send them to you.
See, no, like I don't like that. Like I literally told Jackson when we were at the pumpkin patch, I was like, find me the ugliest pumpkin that you can find. Are you sending me this photo?
Should be going through any minute.
Oh my God. Kail, yeah, those are not, okay, do you want me to tell you which, we're going to post this photo, but do you want me to tell you which one that I would pick on this?
Yeah.
I would pick probably the one in the far back that has like those bumps on it.
Yep. It looks like fucking the Wicked Witch of the West with her nose. Yeah, I know.
But like, why am I like that? I know it's just pumpkins, but like I am like that in every aspect of life. It's like I want someone who's a little bit damaged, probably because I'm damaged. And I like the idea of like fixing things and like homing things, like I'm not the type that could go to a animal shelter because I would
want all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never want to step foot in another animal shelter ever again because I don't want to come home with any more animals. So yes, I understand that, but not with pumpkins.
I just think they're so cute and they're just like perfectly imperfect. So just needed to let you know. And I need to know, I actually need to prove Kail wrong that other people also like ugly pumpkins. So please weigh in. We were going to talk about The Watcher, but we're actually going to cover this for the bonus true crime for November because I think there's just like a lot to unpack. It's a true story. Lots being said about the 7-part series versus like the real life things of what happened, the people who were involved that said that they're not going to watch it.
I'm going to drive to the house.
Wait, what?
I'm going to drive to the house.
Why are you always driving to these houses? Like you're bringing spirits home.
That's fine. Don't keep us on our toes.
So anyway, we're going to cover that in November. And now we're going to do foul play.
Okay. Let's do fucking foul play. Do you want me to read the first one? Okay. Boy, do I ever have a foul play for y'all. Please keep this anonymous. I'm literally writing this from my bathroom in sheer embarrassment. I've been with my boyfriend for 7 years now. Recently, I gave in and we started trying anal sex.
I already know where this is
going. Great. It's been going great until tonight. I will never live down what just happened. We had just finished. He finished in my ass and we were laying in bed. I was on my stomach when he said something funny and I laughed. The laugh caused me to fart horribly loud, which, if that wasn't bad enough, the fart sprayed cum and a bit of blood all over our bed sheets, wall, and bedroom door. And now he keeps telling me he's never going to let me live it down from my cum fart.
First of all, sir.
I mean, at least it wasn't poop. Like, I'm actually, like, I'm proud of her that it wasn't poop.
No, when you fart, poop particles come out.
You know you're supposed to flush with the toilet seat, this toilet lid down because you're, and keep your toothbrush like 8 feet away because you're right. It does.
Yeah.
Like, all the poop particles. Yeah.
Like it flies everywhere.
But to be fair, like I would be mortified about the fart in general, but like because it was a cum fart, it would be fine. I'm glad it wasn't poop.
None of the farts are fine.
She just had anal. The fart is fine.
Is anal like a normal thing that people do?
I think when people are looking to spice it up, I just think that's like the natural, like next level that people think of.
No, I could think of a million more things to spice up in a bedroom than someone putting their dick in my ass. Like that's just not, that's a no-fly zone for me. I just don't think it's appealing. And
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it? Mm-hmm. Do you do it?
I haven't. Recently. The last time I did was 5 years ago, but I will do it again.
That's how you know that you shouldn't be doing it, because you can specifically remember how long ago that it was because you were traumatized by it.
That is correct. That is correct.
I also need to know from everybody listening if this is actually enjoyable for you, because I have heard from, I'm not going to say names of people, I've heard from some people that like never happening, like don't go near that area, like just no, like off limits. I have heard from some that they can orgasm that way. And
I've heard that, but I don't know.
Like how? No.
I know men can.
Huh?
Men can.
Yeah, because they're prostate, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Kristen?
No, I'm not getting involved in this.
Kristen's like, do not participate. Kristen does not want to participate in this conversation.
Kristen, do you guys do anal?
She does anal. She likes it.
Kristen,
and she's laughing because she knows it's goddamn true.
You like it? I do. It's all about the prep work, okay?
But like,
yeah, do an enema.
Can you go through the prep? Like what? Well,
like, oh my God, Corey's gonna kill me. I specifically like it when it's been like the area's been like warmed up. We're in the shower, so we know that it's clean and like, you know, and then it's just more comfortable in there. And I I do like it.
But do you orgasm that way?
Yes.
No. No one's fucking no.
I told you some people are anal doers.
Okay, well, Kristen, while you're on here, if you had a cum fart, would you be mortified?
No.
No, she wouldn't. I already know.
No,
she wouldn't. Like the fact, first of all,
I'd spin it and I'd be like, this is your fault.
Right.
First of all, if I farted, period, I would just immediately leave, not say a word, and also not answer my phone. And my phone's going on focus. Like, no.
One time with my ex-girlfriend, I'm not going to tell you which one, but I had gotten up from the bed and it sounded like a fart, but it was the biggest queef I've ever done in my entire life. But like, I couldn't acknowledge it. I know she heard it, but like, it was a queef. It was not a fart. And I was mortified for life because I couldn't explain. I just queefed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I would immediately be like, hey, like if that happened to me, I would be like, hey.
I wanted to die.
I really apologize, but that was a queef because you were filling me with air, not dick.
Well, she couldn't fill me with dick, so.
Were you guys using a dildo?
No, I don't even think we had sex that day.
Then how did you queef?
I just had air up there. I don't know.
How?
I don't know, but I will never forget that day. Like, I will never forget that day ever in my life.
Oh my God.
Because I stood up and a queef just came out and I was just like,
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, for sure. Oh no. Like that.
No.
If that happened to me, I would leave. Like, I'm telling you exactly what I would do. Even if it was my own house, I would drive away.
Yeah.
That's mortifying.
Yeah.
Okay, next foul play.
You want me to read it or are you reading it? Okay.
You.
Hey guys, love y'all so much. I was just listening to Kail talk about how she doesn't like to make out with just anybody, and it made me think of a story for foul play. One time I was making out with this guy. I had gone on a few dates with him, but it was getting hot and heavy, and he was kind of sniffling, and then all of a sudden I tasted / felt a large booger in my mouth. And then I just swallowed his nasty ass booger and didn't say anything. I just kept going because I didn't know what to do. I can feel the booger in my mouth when I think of this memory, and it's terrible. Oh my God.
Kail, I can confidently say in my 33 years, I haven't kissed a lot of people because I also am not making out with randos. And I really only like kissing if I'm in love. Like, don't really care to be doing that. But I can tell you right now, if the person that I'm in love with made me swallow their booger, we're not in love anymore. No. Kail?
Listen.
Was this you? Did you write this in?
No, but my ex did put boogers in my mouth.
Wait, back up. Back the fuck up. Huh? Mm-hmm. Was this a fetish?
No, this was in high school, and he has since passed away, but we were on the computer,
we're talking about
just
the
like
dead.
Hanging out, and he like went to kiss me, and he like, I don't know if we were making out or he just like slipped him in, but he had like that, it was like a joke for him. And I was so disgusted. I ended up leaving. He put boogers in my mouth, and I was so like, I understand this foul play. R.I.P. But like, fuck you for doing that to me.
Ew.
Yeah. So
I hate boogers.
Boogers are disgusting. I think boogers are worse than a fart.
I think, boogers are definitely worse than a fart. And plus, like, I hate to see kids with just like nasty noses and just like boogers hanging out. And like, I don't want to see an adult with a booger. And like, also, I'm so weird about boogers that when I wash my face in the shower, like I blow my nose, like I clean my nose out when I get out of the shower.
In the shower?
Huh?
You do snot rockets in the shower?
Snot rockets?
You just said you clean your nose in the shower.
I just like blow it, but it's not just like flying around. Like I just blow it. I feel like that's what normal people do when they wash their face in the shower and like just get rid of boogers if you have any.
I thought she was going to say he burped in her mouth.
Okay. Also, ew. Like if someone did that to me as well, like I'm not trying to taste what you had last night.
Oh my God. I just can't. I literally can't.
Nasty also, ass.
Before we go,
crusty ass.
I have to change the subject. Rest in peace to Leslie Jordan. I'm so devastated by his death. But I hope that he's resting in peace. So funny. He was such a funny person. I went out to dinner last night and then came home and was laying in bed and rolled over and looked at my phone, and my dad had sent me a text and he was like, I was literally just talking to him yesterday. Oh.
So yeah, very, very sad. On that note, I think since I just had a cluster this morning and have not even made it to the gym, I'm going to go and do that and go to Target. We know that that's going to be a disaster, and just do some random shit. So if you guys have not followed us on Instagram, you can follow us at Coffee Convos Podcast. If you have not subscribed to our show, you can do that from any podcast app, and always at Podcast One First. We hope that you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.